Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and today is our podcast number 99. It's Thursday, August the 29th, 2024. We're almost in September, which means here in Sydney, Australia, it's going to be spring. Well, in all of Australia, that is. And let me tell you, we've been getting that spring weather the whole week. It's in the top 20s. So I think today was 29 or yesterday. We've had a few gusty winds. So 29 relates to about, I would say, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So, because we're Celsius down here in Australia. And let me tell you, the heat has really gotten to us, but it is beautiful looking at the glorious sunny weather. I'm not used to it though, so I have taken all the layers off, and I think that what's lacking is drinking enough water. So I need to make a note for myself to do that. Anyway, we're not here about that though, are we guys? We're here for a crochet catch-up. Once again, we get to hang out together. It's my favorite day of the week. I get to hang out with all of you, which is amazing. Now, I have so many of your gorgeous makes to share that I cannot wait to get to them. A few of the things that I've been up to, some acquisitions, and I do have a big bag over here with some acquisitions, which we'll probably get to next week because I'm looking around me and I'm thinking, I want to fit everything in and not keep you here forever. Clipboard at hand. It is a double-sided page today, guys. I warn you, so please grab something to drink, something to work on if you wish, or just sit back and relax and hang out with us. So thank you once again for joining us. Now, I'm going to start off with my blanket as always, because there is a little bit of progress on it. So this book here, 100 Crochet Tiles, our friend Sam over at Manford's Make, she was gifted this and we went along with her and made as many tiles as we could out of the book. I jumped on at tile number 25, which is 75 tiles later we finished. I made about 70 and I am endeavouring, as I had hoped, to put together a blanket with the squares that were actually square, because some of them were hexagons. We had a circle, which I made into a mandala, and I showed you that last week, like in a ring. I've got some hexagons, which I'm going to put into a cushion, hopefully. But this week, all I managed to do was put together the tiles that I showed you last week, or the squares, and I've attached them to the blanket. Now, for the whole entire blanket, I used 7 different colours for any of our new friends, and you will see them in the blanket. And I'm joining them together with the white. Now, this is just DK weight or 8-ply yarn, acrylic, and for the whole entire blanket, I also used my 5mm hook, which I'm using to join the squares together. I'm doing a very simple slip stitch when the two tiles are facing together, right side facing together, and then, you know, I continue to join them that way. And it is quite a nice stitch. I will more than likely also put on a border at the end. I'll just pop that there because it just wants to roll around everywhere. So let me put this book to the side. And let me tell you, last week I had a bit of a moment where I thought this is only a blanket that a mother could love. But as you know, I'm looking at it more and more. It is actually growing on me. Although I love each individual tile and I love the idea of the blanket, you know, that we're all in this together, and, you know, there's even a square from Sam, Mike and Josephine, which is amazing. At one point I was like, oh my gosh, this is just too much. It's just too busy, but it's actually growing on me. And a lot of you seem to love it, which is wonderful. So let me show you what I did since you last saw it. No ends are yet to be sewn in, but be patient, that will happen. Now I've decided there's no up or down side, so I'm just going to show it to you as it comes out. It is growing quite big, guys, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. But let me just, oh wow, actually, maybe next time I'll take a photo of it on the floor. And here's this side here. So it's actually becoming, it's not a square anymore. It's quite, let me start like this. Oh, okay, so there we go. I'll just do this so you can see them. It's actually like an oblong or a rectangle shape at the moment. And I have to say that I am enjoying, as I attach the tiles, looking at how pretty some of them are. So that's the bottom of that. So I joined the 2 panels, the one that I had already put together and the others that were, you know, hadn't been stitched together yet. So that's it, guys. That's what I managed to do this week. So let's see what I can do for next week. I do have, I should have counted them, but I'm looking over there on the side and there's at least another maybe 10, 12, 15, around 15 odd tiles to put on there, various sizes. So let's see what we can come up with for next week. So that's my little blanket there. Look, it is a beautiful blanket. I have to say, when I was putting the pieces together, sewing them, crocheting them together the other night, it was so nice to have it on my lap because of an evening it's still cool. Well, it was cool at the beginning of the week. So, you know, it is going to be a beautiful keepsake. I cannot deny that. Now, we are ready to share your makes. Showcasing your makes is the highlight of my week. I sit there and I look at all your emails and I read every detail that you send me. So thank you, all of you, for taking the time to do that, because you give us that inspiration and that ooh-ah moment that we're all waiting for. And isn't it nice to be able to share your makes with people who actually truly appreciate them? I know our family and friends do too, but they don't understand what goes into them. The thought, the yarn, the time, the love. So this is why I love to showcase your makes. So once again, thank you for sending them in. And we do have a great variety tonight. Now, I might need my glasses at some stage, but for now we're okay. So let me get them for you. Now, these come to us from our friend Josephine. Excuse me, guys. I've got a little frog in my throat, but I do have a cup of tea if I need it. Now, Josephine must be getting ready for autumn or fall, or for Halloween for that matter, because she's made some beautiful pumpkins and some candy corn. Absolutely love them. Let me pop them to the side. They are so pretty, so pretty. And wait till you see these gorgeous little ones. Look at these little bees. I love the crocheted eyes on them. Now, it wasn't long ago that Josephine said, I'm just going to try some amigurumi because I just need to get better. And let me tell you, your amigurumi skills, Josephine, have gone through the roof. So congratulations. They are so cute. I absolutely love them. Now, wait till you see this little guy. I've actually fallen in love, let me tell you. Look at him. Oh my goodness. He's definitely on my crochet to-do list. And this bear is called Albert. And he's a paid pattern by HERR. And the second word is WOLLE. Look at his face. Oh my goodness. He is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Josephine, for sending him in. Now, Josephine also made some cell phone or mobile phone covers, which she just made up on her own. One for her mum and one for her. So the yellow one is made out of macrame yarn, and that's for her mum. And the blue one is all cotton, and that one is Josephine's. Let me bring them up close so you can see the pattern in both of the patterns. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love your little beads, you know, the drawstring there too. Absolutely gorgeous. And then Josephine said that someone had asked her to make a mushroom, and she did make one. And I love that blanket, by the way. So she made a little mushroom that was requested by a friend or a loved one. I'm not quite sure, but either way, it was a request. And this is by, the pattern is by Toys by Valerie. Very cute. And then last but not least, oh my gosh, another one that you just will fall in love with, guys. Look at this ghost cat. Oh my goodness. Again, another one that I think is getting ready for Halloween. And this is a paid pattern by Medami, Medaami. Look at those eyes. I love that you've made them green, crocheted them green. Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much, Josephine, for sending in all your beautiful makes. I really do appreciate it. And I wonder how many of you have added some of those to your crochet to-do list. Now, Liza has been busy as always. She's made some more socks because she's told me that it's getting a little bit cooler where she lives. I love the colors in those. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, these are made a blend of cotton, merino, and acrylic yarn. I imagine they'd be very soft. Yet to make socks, guys. Liza keeps encouraging me and she keeps believing in me. So let's see how I go one day. Now, also, there are some coasters. So this is a little basket with some coasters in there, little flowers. And I'll show you how Liza, when she opens it up, see there under her beautiful cup of tea or coffee, that's what they look like when they're open. And these were made with 100% cotton yarn and a 3mm clover hook. So thank you so much, Liza, for sending those through to us. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we have our friend Aussie Sandy here, or just Sandy, but you know, she is Aussie Sandy to all of you, and she's made some beautiful things. Now, Sandy is also making some donuts from the Donuts Buddy book, and look at this gorgeous lady beetle. She is beautiful. I absolutely love her. And then we also have, I'm trying to pop everything there because the table's full. And then she made a gnome basket. Let me show you this. So this is what the basket looks like with the lid off. So the hat is the lid, and there's his nose and his beard. Absolutely gorgeous. I love his sunflower, and here he is in full view. Oh my goodness, he is amazing. So now this gnome basket is by Tamara Kelly from Moogly, if any of you would like to make it as well. Look at the fuzzy yarn. I wonder if, Sandy, you brushed that out. Please let us know in the comments down below. Or is the yarn just that furry? Absolutely gorgeous. And then she made a little baby blanket. Look at this beautiful, beautiful little baby blanket. And Sandy tells us that it's the pattern is by Bonnie Bay Crochet. I believe that she'll have a YouTube tutorial for that. It's made out of 100% cotton, and it's for their family doctor who's expecting their first baby boy any day now. I wonder if he's arrived as yet. Please let us know. How wonderful. So thank you, Sandy, for sending them in. Awesome, awesome makes. Now, our friend Shirley has been very busy, and I'll surprise you by saying that the blankets she's made are going to Wings this time round. So our friend Rose over at Rose Likes Crochet, she has that whole Wings domestic violence organisation donation drive, and these are going there. So thank you, Shirley, for sending them in to us, and I'm sure we'll see them unboxed by Rose as well. Now, this first one here, so she has two. I love this pattern, and that yarn is beautiful. Now this one is a Premier Just Yarn Ombre, and the colorway is teal. And the pattern is by Trisha at Mama Swift. I'll bring it up close so you can see the stitches. Absolutely gorgeous. And then this beautiful one here. Look at the colors. Absolutely gorgeous. So there's the blanket there, and now I'll show you one with the yarn in it as well. And this one is a Line brand ice cream yarn, roving yarn, and the color is Double Bubble, and it's a V-stitch, and Shirley used a 6mm hook, her favorite chocolate hook, I believe. And then Shirley also made some lovies, which are going to Rose, and she made a little Elmo and a little Cookie Monster. Oh my goodness, I can't pick it up. There we go. So there they are there. And I'll show you the flip side so you can see what the lovey looks like, and that it's a full little toy in there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. I love loveys. Yeah, I really do love loveys. Thank you so much, Shirley, for sending them in. I think I need to make some as well for Rose, which will be wonderful because I know that month is coming up. Is it September or October? I can't remember. Anyway, our friend Kim, she's made quite a few gorgeous makes, but I believe they're all knitted. So let me show them to you. They're absolutely gorgeous. Look at this little baby ensemble here. So that's some baby mittens, a baby hat, and some baby booties. So, so cute. And then we have some mittens here. Love that colour. Look at the cabling on that. Can you guys see the cables? Now, I know how hard they are to crochet. I imagine they'd be just as hard when you knit them. And she's made some socks. Love the colours in those. And she made this gorgeous little baby dress. So pretty. That yarn is beautiful. And she's made some more socks. They're a very pretty pale pink colour. And last but not least, wait till you see this gorgeous baby cardigan. Can you see the stitching in that? It is beautiful. Thank you so much, Kim, for sending them through. They're all so pretty. Now, our friend Thea has been very, very busy. So let me get started. So here is what Thea assures us is the last Hexie cardigan for the season. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, Thea said that you can find this in her Etsy store. Now, she also used these yarns here. See these cones? Now, Thea picked these up at her local op shop or thrift shop, and they were $1 a cone, which is amazing, isn't it? So looks like that yarn there is the one that she used for her cardi here. I just love that. What an awesome buy that was, Thea. Well done. And then she's sent in some crocheted chickens. Wait till you see how fluffy these guys are. But they've got something special that they do. They are gorgeous. Now look at this, guys. I have seen this before, but I've never bought it. When you squeeze their bellies, out pops an egg. So that's what Thea is saying. They're laying an egg. How cute is that? I imagine children and adults alike would get many hours of entertainment from those. They are so cute. And Thea hasn't stopped there. She also made some bees and snakes. Where are they? Bee snakes and axolotl. Love all the colours. And last but not least, a crocheted bag modelled here by her daughter. They're South Sydney colours here in Sydney for our football teams. And that's not all. She continued to make a glasses holder. Now you guys might remember these from our cowl. Quite a few were sent in. Thea's made so many, and this one's also making its way to its forever home here in New South Wales. I believe she said it's travelling now or is being shipped off very, very soon. Absolutely love it. I love those embroidered eyes. Beautiful colour. And last but not least, here she's got a little turtle. It's called Trunk the Turtle and Ted the Thick Toad. Love them. And here they are when they were deconstructed before she put them all together. Very, very nice. And you can find those on Etsy. Thank you so much, Thea, and everybody for sending in your makes. Absolutely love them all. And I know there were a lot of ooh-ah moments from all of you. So thank you once again for sending them in. Now, I have been a little bit busy, and I'll start off with some cowls, and also Thea and Josephine has sent in their makes for those as well. So let's start off with our hashtag Crochet Donut Cowl 2024 with our friend Sally over at Nanny Moon's Crochet. Now, Sally has this book here, and I'm guessing a lot of you do too. I actually bought mine specifically for the cowl. I wanted to join in with Sally, and I'm so glad I did because there are so many cute donuts in here. Now, I have been using goggly eyes for mine because, so these little eyes here, can you see some of them? You know, the ones that goggle. I actually bought some black ones the other day as well because I might need them for some of these. They're just coloured ones. Now, what I'm doing is I'm making as many of the donuts as I can, and it has been a lot of fun. And I'm just putting those eyes on there because I'm not going to be giving them to little children to play with. It'll be for older children because there are some great games in this book that children can play as well, like counting games, for example, which I think would be wonderful. Now, each and every donut is made with a base. So they all have the same base and the same icing, but then you vary it depending on what, the little creature is, or the little flower, or, whatever creation you're making. So let me just show you here. Last week, or I should say last week, we were making the frog. And here he is here. Oh, can you see him? Yes, you can. Now, he was very, very cute. He didn't take very, very long. And I did laugh when Sally said that his little legs look like little chicken drumsticks. And I agree 100%. Now, here's my little fellow here. He's got a bit of a wonky face, but he turned out okay. He's got green, can you see them shaking? Goggly eyes. And there's his little, the donut in the back. And there's little chicken drumstick legs that we're referring to. So that's my one there, guys. Now, Thea has also joined in, and let me show you her frog. And here's our frog. There's Thea's frog, and there's my frog, side by side. Now, her frog has had a beautiful photo shoot out in the garden. I absolutely love it. And her daughter has also joined in, and she's made, so her daughter is Little Miss 9, so she's only 9 years old, and she made this gorgeous dinosaur one for her little nephew. So Thea's grandson, and this will be going to him off for his first birthday, which I think is next month. What a wonderful job she did. Now, Thea tells us that Miss 9 made this pretty much 90% on her own. Thea did help her with a horn, she said, which I can imagine would have been a little bit fiddly for a little girl. But she's done a beautiful job with that, hasn't she? And she is endeavouring to make some more. So thank you for sending those in to us, Little Miss 9 and Thea. I really do appreciate it, and I'm sure that Sally does as well. So thank you, Sally, for putting on a fun cowl for us to join in. The one that was drawn out this week from Sally's huge drawstring bag, because she has big balls in there, is a pumpkin. So that's going to come in very handy for all of you up in the Northern Hemisphere, because fall is approaching very, very fast, and you can use it for decoration, or even for us, for whoever's celebrating Halloween. Now, our friend Cassandra from Craftably Ever After, she has put on the Whimsical Stitches cowl. Her cowl is Amigurumi, where is it? Amigurumi World Tour 2024, that's the hashtag. And all the makes are from this Whimsical Stitches book. And this is by Lauren Epsy. Yes, Espy, and she's actually following along, which I think is wonderful. So Cassandra's brilliant ideas was to send 2 of these books around the world. So one's gone to the USA and the other one is the international book, and it's making its way across Europe and eventually will get here to us to Sydney, Australia. And as I've mentioned before, I'm lucky last, so I wonder what I'll be left to make. Now, the one that I made this week was the strawberry. Now, you could make blueberries as well, but I didn't have the right colour yarn. Oh, and by the way, the yarn that I'm using for both this cowl and the donut cowl is All My Spot Saver 100% acrylic 10-ply yarn, and with both of them I'm using my 4mm hook. But for the donut cowl, sometimes you have to use a smaller hook for the pieces other than the donut, which is 4mm, like a 3 or a 3.5mm, and that's absolutely fine. So let me pop my yarn down there. So the one that we made this week, you could make strawberries or blueberries. As I touched on, I didn't have the right color for the blueberries, and that's okay, but I ended up making the strawberry. I actually made 1 strawberry, and it was a very simple make, as you can imagine. Now, although I put eyes on my donuts, I don't put eyes on any of the food that I make out of this book. I just don't like my food looking at me, guys. Now, I'll show you my berry, how I sent him to Cassandra. So there's mine sitting in amongst all his other strawberry friends, and here he is in a real life. Very, very simple make, very, very sweet. And I would definitely be making this one again. I imagine he'd be fun to make in blanket yarn as well. As always, you know me and blanket yarn. Whoops, he's on the floor now. I'll pick him up later. So that's the other cowl that I've been involved in, but also Thea and Josephine are joining in, and I'm imagining a lot of you are as well. So here is Josephine's tomato. Now, I made a tomato, I think, last week, because Josephine, I guess she's following the USA book. Love your tomato. They have the same, oh, where's my strawberry gone? Oh, excuse me. So the strawberry and the tomato, they have very similar tops. This one's just got a few less in it, I think. So you can use your techniques throughout the book, you know, when you're making various things, is where I'm going with that. And now Thea has also joined in. She made the strawberries and the blueberries for this week. And she also made a piece of pie. And Thea tells us that she's going to pop all the food into a shopping basket for her grandson when the cowl is complete, and she's going to ship it off to him. And that's why she's not putting any eyes on her food either. I can actually appreciate that. That's a very good idea. So they're the cowls that we've been involved in. And I know a lot of you are crocheting along as well, because I get to see, so for example, Cassandra has like a journal and she's popping everyone's photos in there, and Sally showcases her mate, you know, everyone that's joining in as well, that sends her a photo, of course. Now, last week you may remember I made a little seal, and for the little boy that I made it for, Julie, and his sister, Gabriella, I wasn't quite sure what she wanted for her. But she did say that she just wanted me to surprise her. So I thought I'd make her a little jellyfish. I did use the Red Heart. I think it's Retro Stripes. He's very, very cute, but he's got giant goggly eyes. But her mother reassures me that Gabriella's going to love him, so I will be giving that to her tomorrow. I used the same yarn for the jellyfish from the Whimsical Stitches book as well, so I thought it would be very cute, but they just wanted something tiny they could hold in their hand. That's why he is so little. And the pattern is a YouTube tutorial on YouTube by All From Jade, in case anyone is interested. Again, I used the Retro Red Heart yarn. Is very similar to the Spot Saver, so it's about a 10 ply, and I did use a 4mm hook for that one as well. Now, the other thing, because this week has really been I want to start everything week. So let me see where we're going. Okay, so this week, and I don't know if I said it in the beginning. If I forgot, I'm so sorry. And if I'm repeating it, I'm so sorry. I've had one of those days, guys. Maybe the heat's getting to me. So here in Australia, we're celebrating Father's Day on the weekend. So, you know, all the fathers that are watching, and if you're not, all of you, wish them a very happy Father's Day. whether they're grandfathers, fathers, uncles, or whoever is, like an older brother who's a father figure in your children's lives. We are very blessed to have Steve. My children and his son obviously adore him. He extends his love and his support to, all of our surrogate children, we call them. So, we are very blessed. So we are very proud and very glad to, send happy Father's Day wishes to Steve. It'll be lovely. Our dads, they have fallen into forever sleep, but my dad will be taking my mum and hopefully his mum to visit them on the weekend, which will be wonderful. So, that's a little side note. Even those that are still not with us physically are still forever with us in our hearts. So that's something very important for us to also remember. So the school is obviously running its Father's Day stall, and just like last year, they asked me to make something on consignment. So I went ahead and just, said, look, why don't we just do the can cozies again? So let me just, because they were quite popular last year and they totally agreed that it was a great idea. Some are in football colours, some aren't, and I try to keep them as masculine as I could. I know that every colour is for everyone, but sometimes it's nice to think that way too. I really enjoy doing that. So this is what they look like. So basically, I didn't bring a can to pop in here, but you can imagine that's flat at the bottom, and then your can sits in here, which is great because it keeps it nice and cool, but also all the drips, because we usually have, when we have a barbecue or something, we have a big tub and we pop in ice and all the cans of drink. And when you pick it out, you pop it on the bench top or somewhere, and it's forever dripping. But in here, you hold it, this may get wet, but you just hang it out to dry and it is perfect. I've made all of these using Ogos and a 6mm hook, and it was so much fun to make them. Now, the way I bag them, because eventually they do look like this. So I've bagged them with the cellophane, like the little bag and a little sticker for Father's Day. So I'll show you what I use. Oops. So basically you get one of these little bags in here, quite inexpensive, and that's the sizing, and I pop the can cozy in one of these because it's nice for display, isn't it? And then when I actually pop them in the little bag, I like to use a sticker to seal it. And it's actually a wonderful little gift, and I have to say that all the dads that have ever received one have really appreciated. So I hope the dads that get them this year do so as well. I'm only sending off 14, but that will be more than enough for the stall. I just didn't have the time to make more, but sometimes less is more. I got the satisfaction of being able to send some across, and there will be some there for the children to buy for their dads if they wish to. So that's the Father's Day stall on consignment, and I need to get them there early in the morning before the stall opens at 9 a.m. But of course, I'll be at work already. Now, the other thing that I've been gearing up to sending for the last couple of weeks has been to make some fidget toys for our friend Michelle over at Michelle's Makery. And now I have finished what I'm sending to her. Let me just reach over here. Now, Michelle was hoping to get some fidget toys from whoever could, because she's collecting for their mental care awareness, so mental health awareness, which is coming up at the end of September. So I will pop these in the post tomorrow, because it takes about a week or two to get to New Zealand. Even though we're neighbours, I don't want to risk them not getting there before the middle of the month for her. And Thea has sent some, and I'll show you hers. Michelle was also hoping for some hooks. So I will show you the fidgets that I made. So these little toys, our friend Jenny over at In My Spare Time, she put out a tutorial for these, and they're absolutely gorgeous and very fast to make. So you crochet this bit, and inside is a marble. And as soon as my friends saw these at work, I think I made 4 from memory that I just gave away to them. But I have managed to make 12. It may not be a huge amount, guys, but at least Michelle will be getting 12 to add to her collection. So here they are here in various colors. I did end up using a variety of yarns, not just cotton. I also used some acrylic and even one of those velvet yarns. So I think that they will be appreciated by someone. I absolutely love the feel of this one, and I'm sure that I'll be making these again in the future. They are absolutely gorgeous. Now, What Michelle is also doing, she told us they're going to be teaching people how to make the fidgets, and they were hoping for some hooks between the sizes 3 and 4 or 4.5 from memory. I was going to order some on Amazon, but they weren't going to get here until the end of September to me, so it wouldn't have been enough time. But I did pick up this little set just in Kmart, and in there's at least 3 or 4 hooks that Michelle can use, and the rest you can just add to her collection. So they'll be going off to her, and I don't want to really show this too much because if Michelle's watching, I want her to have a surprise. But in here, and that's all I'll show you, are a few little goodies that I'm hoping she'll, maybe she'll unbox it on her channel and you can see what's in there. So I just want her to get a little surprise, and it's just a little thank you to her for all that she does, especially for her little community over there. And I love hanging out with her. So if you don't already hang out with Michelle, you really, really should. She's absolutely gorgeous. So they were my makes, what I'm sending across. But Thea, she also made about 50. So Michelle, if they already haven't reached you, look what's coming your way. How awesome is that? And I also know that Jenny is sending some. So Jenny from In My Spare Time. So, your friends here in Australia have really given some thought to supporting you. So I think that is awesome. Once again, guys, that community feel, it may be global, like we're all around the world, but really united by crochet. And I absolutely love that. That's what it's all about. The joy I think that we get from being able to give is so much bigger than receiving, right? I absolutely, truly, truly believe that. I just want to see Michelle smile. That's what it's all about. And then she knows exactly where everything's going to go and who it's going to help. So that's pretty much that one. Now, where am I going to look at now? Okay, so my daughter-in-law, as our friend Caroline from Caroline for the Love of Crochet. Caroline, you're in my head. I can't say daughter-in-law anymore. I have to say daughter-in-law. Now, she showed me a photo of a blanket. Oh, it's actually a throw, not a blanket, that she really, really wants. Now, this thing is knitted, and this thing is very expensive. Let me show it to you there. But it is very, very cute, right? So I thought, okay, let's go shopping because Spotlight has still got a 30% sale. And I got lucky. I had this yarn in mind, and I got very lucky that I pretty much cleaned them out. There weren't many other colors left when I got there. And I'm hoping that the quantity that I bought is going to be enough. So I picked up this Line brand respun yarn. Oh my gosh, I have been looking at this for a very long time, and I have never ever thought of the right project for it, but I think that this is the one, guys. So this, which a lot of you might be familiar with, and I'll show it to you like that. Now this is called respun yarn thick and quick, because as you can imagine, whatever you crochet with it would come crochet up very, very quickly. It is 100% recycled polyester. It is super soft. Now, I believe they use things like water bottles to make it and other recyclables. And that way they keep out of the rivers and the oceans and things like that, which is great for the animals and also for the environment in general. These come in a huge 12 ounce or 340 gram ball, 223 yards or 204 meters. It does say that they recommend a 4mm hook, a 9mm hook, but I've been using this chunker here, this 18mm hook. Where is it? So there it is there. Is it upside down? Anyway, this guy here is amazing. Now, I did experiment with a 12. I did experiment with a 15, and I did experiment with a 20. Now, I thought the 20 might be a bit loopy, but I landed on an 18. And let me show you the colors that I got. So I got 7 of this one in cider. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I am hoping only 6 will be used for the blanket. I have no idea until I get it finished. And then I was hoping to make a couple of cushions for them, and I've got these colors as well. This one here is cinnamon stick. And I think from memory, this was only 1 or 2 left. I love that color. So imagine these together. This is for the cushion now. The blanket's just going to be this color here, cider. And then there's this one here, espresso. So look at them together. I absolutely love those together. Gorgeous. Now, let me pop them back here because they're sitting on a whole chair on their own. All, how many? 7, 8, 9 of them. So here's the one that I've started here, guys. And this is what it's starting to look like. Let me show you up close. So basically all it is half double crochet in the back loop. So that's for US terminology. And I'm hoping it'll give her the effect that she wants. When you stretch it out, it looks even more so like the photo. But what I might do, if she's not happy with it, I might go up to the 20 millimeter. So this is why I stopped last night, guys, because I was so excited. I went and bought the yarn yesterday and I started crocheting straight away. And then after I got to a certain point, I thought, wait up, maybe I should show my beautiful daughter-in-law first to make sure that she's in love with it before I continue. And whatever the adjustment needs to be, I'll make it, because I definitely have to get this throw done for their brand new home. You know that they're in the middle of decorating, and if this is her vision, I want to be a part of it. So that's one thing that I started this week. So let's see what the progress will be next week. Will we go up a hook size? I have a 20 and I also have a 25. So they're my only other options, guys. So that's that one. Now, the other thing that I just had to start, some of you may have seen the flip through the Friends book that I did, and a lot of you did enjoy going through the book with me. And the one thing that I really wanted to start off with, I thought, would be this great market bag. Now, I absolutely love the colors, but I've decided that I'm not going to make those colors. Reason being, I wanted to use Ogo yarn. Now, a lot of you may remember, I still have a huge stash of Ogo yarn. I do have an Ogo yarn playlist, if you haven't seen it, with quite a few makes in there, and I'd love to get back to that. It's just time, guys. So I wanted to use my Ogo yarn, and I love the colors in here. So this is the color. These are the colors that I'm going to be using, and this one is Mustang. Yeah, Blue Mustang is the colors. I don't know if they're still available, but I will give you the stats because I did buy them a while ago. These ended up being $1.50 each. Isn't that amazing? What a great buy. Again, if you want to see that yarn haul, I absolutely would love for you to go and see it. It is a good one. So this is so an Ogo, the ones that I've got, because I know there's a variety of them, but these are the only ones that I had seen in Australia or here in Sydney, and I haven't seen any since at my local Spotlight. I don't know if I can get them anywhere else. So they're 100% acrylic, bulky number 5 yarn weight. I recommend you use a 6 millimeter hook, 6.4 ounces or 180 grams, 228 yards or 208 meters. And I'm using this beautiful 6 millimeter hook that Thea sent me. And the pattern is very, very simple, as you can imagine. It's just single crochet. So this is all I've done. Again, I just needed to start it. I had a need for it, but I had to put it down because there are a couple of other things that I need to finish before I continue with these. So let me pop that down there. So again, it's going to be a nice sturdy fabric, which I'm looking forward to. So basically it's one long strip, and then you connect it together and put the strap on, and of course the pocket. So this will be a little whip for a while. There is no hurry for it, but I just needed to make something from the book, just get started. Now, some of you may also have seen my little acquisition or yarn haul from Spotlight. They had a huge sale the other day. I popped in and I bought some beautiful yarn. So if you haven't seen that, go and see that as well. And the sale still is continuing if anyone shops at Spotlight, which is awesome. And I bought this beautiful yarn here. So I bought this Bella Baby Nippers yarn. And I got it in the pink mix and in the pink. And I wanted to, because I bought all that yarn with purpose, I wanted to put this together in a corner-to-corner baby blanket for my girlfriend who's having a little girl at the end of the year. And that's what I've done, guys. I'm using a 6.5 millimeter hook, because usually I use a 7 millimeter hook with that, but I thought I'd go down a little bit, a half size, because it's for a baby. And this is what I've done so far. There's a lot of strands hanging off it, or ends, but it is going to be very, very pretty. Once again, very simple, but so soft. I did start doing a V-stitch blanket with it, but then I just thought, just stick to what already works with this, which is corner to corner. And who doesn't love a corner to corner? Now, this yarn is 100% polyester. That's why it's so soft. It comes in 100 gram balls, only 90 meters, but I have bought 20 balls in total, 10 of each color. It does recommend a 4.5 millimeter hook, but as I said, I'm using 6.5 millimeter, and the colors are pink and pink mix. So that's that one there. As I look around, I think I've done everything on that side. Now let's flip this page over. Yes, I'm definitely not going to do that other acquisition over there because it's just way too much. Now, I need to tell you that the blankets have gone off to Nancy at She's Got Yarn too for the Camp Boggy Creek blanket drive. So they've left Sydney, Australia, and they're on their way to Florida. So what day was that? That was Tuesday. So hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'll be able to tell you that they've been delivered nice and safely. Oh my gosh, fingers and toes, guys. It's very, very important they get there. So if you haven't seen that video, go and see that one because you'll see all the blankets that were sent off, not just mine. And the other thing I need to tell you, and let me show you without showing you, look at all the entries we've got, guys, all in here for our hashtag crochet, whatever, I can't even remember my own hashtag, Crochet Through the Decades Cal 2024. All the entries have to be in by the end of August, Sydney, Australia time. So this Saturday is the last day of August. I will wait until the end of the weekend so that it's, you know, the end of August all around the world. And then I'm going to put on a video for you that you can see everybody's makes, including mine, a little blurb, you know, a little bit of a history on 1950s crochet. And then I'll show you each and every entry, but it'll be anonymous. So then we get to vote on a winner. And I will remind you that there'll be 2 winners at the end of this cal, one for participating and one for each month's little winner. Everyone's a winner, like I say, for joining in, but it is a little bit of fun and an incentive to keep the entries coming. And you guys have come up with some wonderful ideas. I'm learning so much along the way. So thank you to all of you that are participating. I absolutely love it. Now, the other thing that I need to tell you, on Sunday, more than likely, before we celebrate Father's Day, I will put out a supercalifragilistic video with all of the cals that I've participated in for August. And that's pretty much it, guys. This little catch up is going on for way too long, but the last thing I want to say, just a little bit of life. Today was SAS Appreciation Day at work, which means all the office staff like myself, so school admin officers, school admin managers like myself, and SLSOs who are the school they're in the classroom. So too many acronyms. I can't say that word. Sorry, guys. So I'll back off from that. So basically, anyone that is a support person in a school, whether they're in the classroom or in the office, we get a day or actually a whole week where we're celebrated. Now, I always say I like to toot our own horn because we think, and I know we're an amazing team, but isn't it nice to be shown appreciation? So we had a huge morning tea. Now, I know a lot of our friends here in Australia also work in schools that hang out with us. So happy SAS Appreciation Week to you too, guys. We had a beautiful, like I said, morning tea. I'm definitely stuffed, way too much cake. And thank you to all of you, cake reminded me, who wished me so many happy birthday wishes. I had a beautiful birthday weekend with my family, and it was just perfect. Spend it with the people that I love, and you know, had lots of cake, lots of food, and some of you did ask that I have a piece of cake for them, and let me tell you, I did. So that's it, guys. I really need to go. Oh, so much to share, so little time, but we got it done. Thank you so very, very much for hanging out with me today. I've had an absolute blast as always. I hope you're all keeping well, because that's all very, very important. And for me especially, to know that you're doing well. So until I see you all very, very soon, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.